Hey, look at me. Oh, it's okay. And here's my game cat, Zelda. Go ahead, meow. Right, meow. Meow. She doesn't want to do it. I am Josh from All for One Review. You're now watching PSVR Without Parole's Viewer Takeover.
This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight, and then we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. It was forever ago.
Oh, so long ago.
So long ago. I wonder if any other games besides The American Dream came out this week.
I don't think so.
Anything could have happened. Every Thursday is PlayStation VR
Theater.
And every Friday, today, it's Viewer Takeover. When we let you, the loyal Game Cats, let you take over the show. We didn't do our Game Cat high five. As always, my name is Brian Paul, and to my right, your left, the king of all VR kings, Jeremy King.
Hey, that's how you can come up and say hi at PAX.
At PAX, and you see us Sunday, April 8th, me and Jeremy at PAX, wandering the floor aimlessly. Yeah. Probably with a corn dog in one hand.
Take a picture, pointing at things. Yeah.
Eat a corn dog. Yep, come see us.
Yep.
Take pictures.
Yeah. I'll have my fanny pack
and
on.
do the Game Cat high five. Absolutely.
Yes.
It'd be awesome. Excuse me. Man, oh man. This is Viewer Takeover.
Yeah.
And yet here we are. Another week has gone by, and we've met yet another viewer.
Another
viewer. We just saw Josh and his dog Zelda.
Yeah.
Or his game dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. From All for One Review.
Yep.
I was waiting for that dog to meow.
Yeah, I know. Me
He's like,
too.
do it. And I was like, what's the dog gonna do? And he's like,
or he's gonna bark, you know? Just breathe.
I was like, and I would have shit myself and went, right? It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Josh, from All for One Review.
Yeah.
Really appreciate every single Viewer Takeover introduction. And of course, if you want your video to introduce Viewer Takeover next week, well, I'm sorry to say you're out of luck, but we are running low again. We've only got a couple in the queue. So this is the time to send it along. Keep it short. Keep it sexy. Keep
sexy.
It sweet, short, sweet, simple, sexy. What other S? Scandalous.
Sensual?
Scandalous. And
Scandalous. I mean, now we're getting into different territory here.
Yeah, but you send that video along to withoutparole@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll introduce the show. Yeah. But Josh from All for One Review isn't the only person we want to thank this week.
No.
Is he, Jeremy?
No, it's these special folks down here.
Those people.
The fluffiest kittens of them all.
Those people down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those down there are our loyal Patreon supporters. Every single one of them went to patreon.com/withoutparolegames.
Yeah.
And each of them are giving us $1 or more. Some of them much more.
Yeah.
Than $1 a month. And I'll tell you, well, actually I won't tell you. Jeremy will tell you what that $1 or more a month gets you, besides your name down here.
Yes, besides your name,
Take it away.
$1 or more a month gets you over at patreon.com/withoutparolegames. These little episodes we call the Litter Box, where each week one of us takes the role of host. I didn't stumble. And we give you a little something special. Not usually PSVR related, but
almost never.
Yeah, almost never.
No, but if you actually want to know more about us, then that's a place to find
it. A little bit something we like to give a little bit. It's where we give a little something special back for you guys giving something to us, and we really appreciate it. And that's where we mostly show our appreciation. Yeah. We appreciate all of you, but a little extra over there.
Yeah. Also,
yes.
Yeah, besides the Litter Box episodes, you also get MP3s of all of our podcasts. That means you get 4 MP3s a week. Yeah. And I know there's quite a few people out there that, they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And the way they like to listen to us or, enjoy the shows is literally by listening to us on their drive to work or when they're having their morning coffee, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just easier with some headphones in. And so 4 MP3s a week. That's something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Now, as much as we love our Patreon supporters, Beauty in the Decay did something interesting months ago at this point.
Quite a bit.
And started a trend.
Yep.
And that was for people to change their names from whatever their name is on YouTube to something the Game Cat or something relating to the channel.
With a cat.
With a cat.
Yeah. Well, there's been some dogs.
There's been some dogs.
Game dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we welcome game dogs and game cats.
Mm-hmm. Cats and dogs living together. Oh, mass hysteria. I stumbled too much.
I watched the original Ghostbusters last night.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, that's why I watched it.
I put it on as my comfort background noise as I, showered the other day.
But then I just stopped and just watched it for a half an hour.
How couldn't you?
It's so good. I know there's more of you out there. I know I missed a bunch of you, and because I've only got one name this week, Neil the Battle Cat Tomo.
Hashtag Game Cat.
So that's what I wrote, hashtag GameCat, to remind us, because you guys need to tell me. I know there's a bunch of you that did not get a shout out.
Yeah.
And when I was, I scoured these comments forever.
Yeah.
I was trying to put together a nice viewer takeover episode today.
Yeah.
And I was like, and while I'm doing it, I got to find as many GameCats as possible.
Yeah.
I searched for GameCat. I searched for hashtag GameCat. I searched for Game Space Cat. I searched for Just Cat, which don't do that. That's gonna take forever.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And I'll tell you that I know I missed a ton of names. So all you have to do is leave a comment that says hashtag GameCat, all one word, please, and and then you can get a shout out for having changed your name on next week's episode. Again, I know I missed a ton of you. Also, last week, just an apology to the Patreon supporters. I went through and I updated the entire Patreon list last week, and somehow when it uploaded the exact or a slightly modified version of the one I had updated. And I was like, so there were certain people on there that are definitely new Patreon supporters that are just MIA. And I was like, damn, you want to give these people recognition as soon as possible.
Sure.
And they were just missing in action. So I apologize to some of our new Patreon supporters that did not get credit on this roving bar down here.
It was broken.
A little broken.
Yeah.
So hashtag GameCats. And yeah, the Litterbox episode. I do my Litterbox episodes at the absolute last minute. Like when it's supposed to be up Sunday at midnight, I come home Sunday at midnight and start filming. And then at 1 o'clock, I turn the camera off and I'm like, okay, now I need to edit and upload this thing. And so at 3:30 in the morning, my Litterbox episode went up, and it was me talking about my first concert ever.
Oh, nice.
Well, it was a Joe Monahan request.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of my first concert.
Save it for Litterbox.
You got to remind me.
I'll write it down here with all my notes.
Yep.
And circle it. And then there it is for you to... Not sure what that says.
Yeah.
All right. So every week on Viewer Takeover, we scour the videos, we scour the comments, and we find our favorite comments. Let's be honest. I search for hashtag Viewer Takeover, all one word.
Yeah.
And those are the ones I usually look for first.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want your comment read on Viewer Takeover, put a little hashtag Viewer Takeover in your Viewer Takeover question.
Oh, shit.
All right, here we go. Starting up with the first Viewer Takeover question. Oh, by the way, I copy and paste the comments into a word processing document, which changes all the periods, question marks. I print them out with my printer, and then we read them this way because we think it's fun. Printer's over there. Yeah, it's going to turn off any second. It's going to make a noise.
Is it?
Probably. Yeah. All right, first one here is from Scott Talovich. This is from PlayStation VR Theater. He wrote, Brian, I just want to mention that in addition to asking for likes, you might want to remind the Game Cats that you don't get any money for advertising if they don't let the full advertising video play to completion or the first 30 seconds. Most people don't know that the channel doesn't get credit if they skip the ad after 5 seconds.
I've never seen a video, ad in one of our videos. Really? Every time I press play, it just goes right to it. Maybe it's because I pay for that YouTube.
That's
Red.
why.
Oh.
Yeah, and we get a small percentage of money from you. From the money you pay to add.
Oh,
yeah.
So I'm still helping.
You're still helping.
Yeah,
if you pay for a YouTube Red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you watch the advertisement, you're helping us.
Or RedTube.
It took me a second. I had to stop.
I've stumbled at work, being like, oh, YouTube Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I responded to Scott's comment. And I said, listen, I really appreciate, if you guys are willing to go the extra mile and literally just let the video play. I know some of these videos, some of the advertisements are 2 or 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Right? And so and after the first 5 seconds, you can skip that 2-minute video.
Yeah.
I'm not really asking for people to sit and watch advertisements nonstop. Yeah,
shit.
we get very little money from YouTube ad revenue. It barely covers anything.
Mm-hmm.
what would help us way more than the ad revenue, because honestly, YouTube can cancel the partnership program at any time. We're YouTube partners, and which means they put up advertisements, and we get a small percentage of the YouTube ad revenue, and YouTube gets most of it.
Yep.
They could cancel that program at any time. Or they could say, you know what, Brian, you're getting a smaller percentage now than you used to. So we try not to rely on that at all. If you really want to help us out, go to patreon.com/withoutparolegames and just give us $1 a month. And I guarantee you that $1 a month that you're giving us is more than we would get from you watching all of the ads all month long.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So please, if you want to help us out, that's the best way to do it. And Patreon's not going anywhere, right? This is sustainable income for us. This is a way for us to grow the channel. Whereas YouTube ad revenue, not fail safe. But thank you, Scott. We appreciate you looking out for us. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you're up, Asia.
Jedi VR underscore GameCat from Bravo Team Review. Hashtag viewer takeover.
It's a thing.
Clearly, Time Crisis is in the heart of so many of us gamers. Shouldn't developers take note and make either a remastered version in VR, or for a new developer to just piggyback the full concept with subtle changes, ... This would surely be a must. I stopped at the wrong point. This surely should be a must-have, don't you think?
Wait, so you stopped at the end of in the middle of the sentence, said at the end?
Yeah, I'm like, this would surely be a must-have, don't you think? I had to rewind that.
Yeah. What is your past with the Time Crisis series?
So, I'm going to tell you, Time Crisis at home, no, not a fan. Arcade, I could dig it.
Why weren't you a fan at home?
I don't know. I think it was more than just the translating. Right? Yeah, but the translation to the little TV.
Yeah.
It just didn't hold the same oomph as it did, playing it elsewhere.
Sure.
So I would think it would be awesome in VR.
Yeah. Especially if you're at the arcade with a big TV.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you're in the game in VR.
And with everything and,
controllers.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The aim control, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My history with Time Crisis is I'm obsessed. I have all the cardboard big boxes up there. Each one of them came. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got like five gun cons laying around here, gun con 2s, and but my history is my brother and I. My brother and I have always played video games together. We always loved video games, but this was a series that we went the extra mile for. We'd hook up 2 TVs. And 2 PlayStation 2s, and get our gun cons out and literally set up an arcade experience.
Yeah, remember those days?
Oh my god,
LAN parties.
So much work.
So much work. A lot of these people won't realize the fun of a LAN party where you'd bring your TV and your console and all these wires and hookups to your friend's house and just set up in their living room or wherever.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh, it was awesome. But go on.
This is what we had to deal with before the internet was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But that's such a great memory, you know. And so what I talked about this in the wrap up about what I didn't like about Bravo Team was that they just kind of it wasn't very exciting.
Yeah.
And so what I want is for somebody to be let's use that duck and cover mechanic, quick little button press, and then throw us into an on-rail shooter.
Yeah.
And make it Time Crisis style. Make it over the top. Make it crazy. I don't care if it's aim supported or move controlled.
Whatever.
I'd actually probably prefer the moves because you can dual wielding. But I mean, whatever. And I'm a little bit baffled that Namco so far has only really dipped their toes into the VR waters.
Yeah.
Right? Because what do we get? We got Tekken 7, and it was this practice mode that was in VR.
Yeah.
It's crappy. Right? So they're not fully committed to it yet.
No.
So that's probably why we haven't gotten Time Crisis in VR yet.
Yeah.
If there's a smaller developer out there that wants to take that risk, I'd love it.
Right?
Yeah.
What you were saying, one of those developers that takes games and remasters them. Just
right. Blue Point. What are you doing, Blue Point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing something big apparently, right?
They are doing something big. I didn't actually read the news story. Do you know what they're doing?
I don't think they said what it was yet.
Oh, okay. They're just remastering another game, though.
Yeah,
That's what
something
it is.
bigger than they've done before.
Interesting.
I saw a picture of Snake, so I wonder if it's a Metal Gear or that was just a random skin that IGN on their news feed had put up in the background.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we love Bravo Team. We'd love Time Crisis in VR for sure.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah. Next up is Grim Catnip, the Game Cat from PSVR this week. I love saying that. wrote hashtag viewer takeover, hashtag it's a thing. Thanks, that saved me from doing it.
Yep.
Hey Brian, hi. You've said you enjoy horror stuff a lot. Would you have interest in playing a game such as Dead by Daylight, but in VR, or something similar to that game? And what control scheme do you think would work for it? Full locomotion or teleport?
So which one is Dead by Daylight?
I was hoping you would know, because I don't know. Here, I'm doing a quick search.
Yeah. You know, I really got honestly sick of the whole zombie horde thing, because, I mean, I did Left 4 Dead. I did Left 4 Dead 2, a lot of it, you know, killing floor.
Yep. But I think this is the one I confused with Friday the 13th. I think this is like one of those multiplayer online things where you... Here, I could be totally wrong.
I don't know.
Let's watch a trailer. Let's watch the
survival horror type of...
Yeah, this is the official launch trailer.
Let's see.
How long is it? Jesus, 2.5 minutes.
2.5. You can skim.
Okay, I'm gonna skim. I was gonna let everybody watch along at home about the game. Here we go. Dead by Daylight is a multiplayer 4 versus 1 horror game where one player takes the role of the savage killer, the other 4 play as the survivors. They try to escape, avoid being caught, tortured, and killed. Okay, so it is like Friday the 13th after all.
Yeah.
All right.
So what was the question?
The question is, do we want that for VR? Obviously, I want everything for VR.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And I think I'm trying to think of any other PSVR game that is like 4v1 or 5v1. And I think I remember hearing the developers of Friday the 13th were like, they said something crazy like, they were like, oh, you know, this is too intense for VR.
Yeah, that's a cop-out.
I'm like, you didn't play Resident Evil 7, did you, sir or madam?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, that stuff would be fun. Just, it's like, it's scary fun.
Scary fun.
You know?
And I think the great thing about this is that, you know, you're running around, and just like Friday the 13th, and I'm sure this game too, I never played this one, you can hear people in your immediate vicinity, like with actual voice chat. But as soon as they get out of a certain range, it's like, you know, they fade out and like you can't hear them.
Yeah.
And so just if you're the killer, you know, and you creep up, you can hear like conversations off in the distance, and you're like, okay,
getting closer.
Try to be real quiet here, because you know they're gonna hear you with the headphones on, and like you know, like try to sneak up on them, and you can hear their conversation. You're like, okay, you do this and you do this and whatever. And if you like overhear their plans, you like thwart their plans and kill them all. Yeah, you know, I feel like that would be really awesome.
Probably awesome.
The interesting question for me though is like full locomotion or teleportation. Obviously we always want people to have the option.
Yeah.
Right?
I prefer full, but yes.
But I can't picture this with like 5 players playing, how teleportation wouldn't just give you a ridiculous advantage over everyone else.
Huge. Yeah, I'm going to...
Right.
Yeah.
It would have to be Bravo Team style where you're like, I'm picking that location and then your character walks there.
Yeah.
If you were going to add that. But no, obviously full locomotion. And I think it would be a fantastic game in VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
All right, let's move on. I put an extra question or 2 in here so we didn't spend too long on each question.
Nice.
You're up, Beja.
12-toed game dog 5 hours ago. Wow.
Oh, I forgot to put the... I don't know what video this was from.
It was from 5 hours ago. Hashtag viewer takeover.
Yeah.
Played the Tera MMORPG. I did too.
Oh.
Beta test this weekend. Wait, what? That game came out a long time ago, did it not? This
5
weekend,
hours ago, maybe.
And got me to wondering where the hell games like Redemption's Guild, Meta World, Age of Heroes, etc. disappeared to. Still crave the ability to group up with you fellow game cats and get my MMORPG stabby britches on?
So you played Tera.
I'm pretty sure it came out a very long time ago.
On PC?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe he's playing on, maybe it's a PS4 beta.
Oh,
maybe it's finally coming to consoles.
Oh, God. But I think Tera was like, wasn't that like 4 years ago?
I don't know.
3?
Nope.
4?
Again, this is, just like we talked about yesterday in theater, this is not a genre I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
But would love to get into with a bunch of the game cats. I'd love like a little crew to go out there and destroy the world with.
Yeah.
And go on raids and go take down bosses and shit.
It'd
like
be
that.
a lot of fun. It used to be.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And
the PC.
Yeah.
Gaming.
You've done that.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, people playing Destiny and stuff like that. That's kind of like the most recent iteration of this style of game, right?
Yeah.
But not. Do you think is Destiny like actually like MMO?
No, not at all.
It's like like little groups and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's a shooter with some RPG elements to it.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
More like, you know, you go out into the same environments and take down things.
So not an MMO, just a multiplayer shooter with RPG elements.
Yes.
Okay. Age of Heroes, we just watched a trailer of yesterday on theater, and unfortunately, we learned that there are no dungeons. It's just they bring you right to the boss, and you team up with some people and try to take it down.
Yeah.
But I would love to play a game like this. What I'd love is a game like Skyrim, but multiplayer.
Yeah.
You know, you buy a house and you like raise a little family, and then like somebody comes knocking on the door and be like, "Hey, let's go on a quest." You're like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Let's do this. Like, I want a place where we can like live in VR. I want the Oasis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that movie comes out soon.
It got pretty decent reviews.
Is end of March it comes out, right?
This weekend, next weekend, it's close.
Very soon. All right. My goal.
Yeah.
Is to read the book finally.
Oh shit.
Have you read the book?
No.
No.
I don't even really have interest in seeing the movie.
Really?
Cock Blockers looks really funny though. It's just a stupid comedy.
I could tell by the name.
Yeah.
But wait. Ready Player One. We like live in the PSVR ecosystem, and you're like, VR.
No, I get it, but I don't know. It's just I get weary with certain movies that have that much CGI, and you know what I mean. It worries me.
Yeah, if it was like a little more independent and less Steven Spielberg,
yeah,
I'd probably be even more interested in it.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I think this is something that's gonna like start generating interest in VR.
It probably will.
If this movie is as successful as I think it's going to be,
if you think about it,
people are gonna leave the theater and go, "Can I get one of those?"
Right? Or you bring your fucking 14-year-old to see the movie, and then they never had any intention on playing it.
I have a 14-year-old.
Well, you know what I mean. And then all of a sudden they want a VR, you know, because they realize they can kind of play that shit, you know. But yeah.
So I'm gonna read that book.
Okay.
Probably by the next time I see you.
That's aggressive.
I also have the Audible download with what's his name? From Star Trek Next Generation, Will Wheaton.
Oh, Will Wheaton's reading it?
Will Wheaton reads Ready Player One to me.
Nice. So you can just play it while you like clean up or something, you know?
Does that look like something I do on a regular basis? Not really.
Put a game on mute and listen to Will Wheaton.
Or I can just lay in bed and listen to Will.
Well, you could do that.
His soothing voice.
Right.
Puts me right out.
And slowly, as you're starting to fade out, he's like,
scratching my back.
Brian, and you wake up. Did he just say my name?
He starts to give me a shoulder rub.
Yeah, right. Whispering in your ear.
I'm gonna finish that book tonight.
You're gonna finish all over that book.
All right. So why did we start talking about that? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Will Wheaton now. All right. Yeah, we would love an MMORPG. We want to get out there and play some RPGs with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Some stat building, some persistent world building, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds awesome. You read that one, right?
I did.
So I'm up, and this is from Altering the Allegory from the Let's Play Tekken 7 VR.
Speak of the devil.
Mode. Altering the Allegory. I love when people comment on old videos.
Yeah.
Right? When people put recent comments on old videos.
Yeah.
He wrote, "Stop talking and start fighting Jesus." Or
Why
start
would
fighting
we
Jesus. Why would we fight
Jesus?
Obviously, he's telling me to shut the fuck up and play the game. But I was trying to explain in this video, like this, there is no game here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start punching and nothing's gonna happen. It's like, this guy's gonna fall down, get back up, and we're gonna do this forever.
Yeah.
And this guy, why don't people understand that you can scrub through YouTube videos?
I don't know.
Like, there's a little bar in the bottom, and you can just kind of like fast forward to wherever you want to be. People are like,
you
stop
don't even
talking.
have to do that. You know, they added a feature months and months ago where you can just double tap on the side of a screen to rewind it. What, 10 or 20 seconds, or fast forward at 10 or 20 seconds. You just go and it will scrub for you.
And now I know.
Yeah, that's why every time you grab it, I'm like, I want to just tap it for you. It works. It's really neat.
I just want to tap it. So Altering the Allegory, thank you. I'm sure you didn't subscribe to the channel after watching that video, but thank you for that awesome imagery of fighting Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're up.
Bloody Bobby Gamecat X from viewer Takeover. So, bit of an unrelated question. I hear a siren, but they don't. Hashtag viewer takeover. Hashtag it's a thing. Is there any news out there that you know of about an eventual Farpoint 2? No.
If there's any news that I know of and haven't put in a breaking news report yet,
yeah.
then I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. There would be a breaking news instantly.
Yeah. Right. No, like if I'm allowed to talk about something, I tell you guys immediately. So, is there
wearing pajama pants but a nicer shirt? You never know.
I have done breaking news reports with just a nice shirt on and at it. That's it. You have no idea what's going on underneath this table.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right.
There could be someone underneath that table.
Yeah. Oh, that can't be denied. Ah!
Oh, jeez. I almost took your glasses right off.
You almost took my glasses off and they would have seen my secret identity.
Oh, no.
My real identity.
He's secretly Peter Parker.
That'd be awesome.
To be Peter Parker?
Not him.
But don't you would
Spider-Man.
you rather be Spider-Man? Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Hey, my secret identity is just another dude.
Right, just another dude. The only sad thing is call me shitty, but I'd still want the fake, Sam Raimi webs coming out of my wrist.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have to make my webs.
No, that sounds like work.
So I want both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, anyways, you're up.
Yeah. So we would have told you about Farpoint 2 if we were allowed to.
Oh yeah,
totally. And since we didn't tell you, it probably doesn't exist, or I'm not allowed to talk about it, one or the other.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Supreme 12 from the Bravo Team review. If Bravo Team is like Time Crisis, how come I hate this and love Time Crisis? Because it's not arcadey enough. There's no big over-the-top action scenes. There are no bosses. There is nothing interesting to do. The locomotion system sucks. And on top of it all, something I didn't say anything about, but Madman in Black, the game cat, said, which I didn't even mention in my review, was you get to the end of a level or the end of a section, and it's like there's a door and you click the little icon to like yes, I want to go through this door when my partner's ready, and then you like plant an explosive on the door or something like that, and right before it blows up, the screen goes black to a loading screen, and it's like Bravo Team's loading. Here's a little hint to help you, play the game. And I'm like, so it's just a black screen with text on it. I'm like, holy crap, they went above and beyond in this game to just fucking kill the immersion at all times possible. It's not a persistent world. Like you are not like traveling through this world. You go from section, load screen, to section, load screen, to section, and it's just like, wow. Yeah, pretty rough.
Yep.
So this is that's why you hate Bravo Team. That's the answer. And finally, the very last viewer takeover question, Jeremy.
Woody the Bluebird from Viewer Takeover. Hashtag Viewer Takeover.
It's a thing.
Do you guys have any vacation plans for this summer? If so, are you going anywhere nice? And maybe more importantly, what would happen with the channel in your absence?
Love questions like this.
Yeah.
There's a reason I haven't taken a vacation in like 3 years.
Yeah. I went on vacation last year, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Steven filled in. Steven, what was his last name?
Jonathan something?
Jonathan something. Yes, not Steven something. Jonathan something.
Wait, that was last year? I thought that was just a couple months ago.
Well, at the tail end of the summer, I went on that hiking trip.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you went on vacation, I mean, this channel would shut down, or you would just go like on a day trip.
I wish more than anything else that I could be like, I'm going on vacation, leave you guys the key, you come in, you film your podcast, and then you upload it and edit it and do the whole thing yourself. None of that would happen.
No.
Which is unfortunate.
No.
So, I mean, do you have any plans for the summer? This summer? You going anywhere?
I don't think that far ahead.
No.
I mean, I usually get an idea a couple of months in advance. Yeah. Like, maybe like 2 months from now is when I'm going to go somewhere, and then we'll figure it out. And then I'll request the time off and so on and so forth. But no, I don't have any plans this summer.
Yeah.
Only plan I have is April 8th.
Right, coming up.
At East. PAX East.
So to answer your question is I've basically given up my personal life. I am currently attempting a relationship, which is, I mean, I don't know. It's not going particularly well because we don't get to hang out. I'm 24/7 either at work or doing this. And so my personal life is pretty much is without parole. So trying to take time off to be in a relationship is already practically impossible. Yeah. So going away somewhere is 100% impossible. Yeah. I hate more than anything else when I get into a routine of loving a YouTube channel or something else and watching their shows every single day, and then I wake up one day and they're just not there.
Yeah. And
I'm like, where are you? I need you. Right. And the last thing I want to do is abandon you guys. So we try to find a way to get these shows up every single week.
Like this week, and thank God we did.
Yeah.
The weather tomorrow?
Yep. So we're filming Monday night because we're about to get a storm. Well, this is actually 2 days ago. There's probably a pretty bad storm here.
Oh, yeah. We're recovering now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's it. That's another viewer takeover.
That was it.
Holy crap.
Holy shit.
We did it again.
Wow. In under 2 hours.
This is like, these things are so fucking long. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Wow. Well, guys, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back next week.
Yep.
As we do every week. And we'll be talking about some video games.
Hopefully a little bit, dig back into the archives and play some,
well,
I got plenty to choose from, that's for sure.
I know that you have my copy of Bravo Team.
I do have that one.
You have my copy of The Impatient.
Both of them still in the cellophane.
Perfect. Well, if they were in my apartment, they would also still be in the cellophane because I have digital copies of both.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a bunch of games to play, and we'll probably have a lot more in the way of games to talk about next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Awesome. Well, so stay tuned, and make sure that in our absence over the weekend, come up with some good viewer takeover questions.
Yes.
Something that would be a nice conversation starter. It's a good discussion.
Yeah.
Right? Because I never know what to use for the thumbnail. It's like none of these were like particularly big conversations.
Yeah, to throw out on that. Yeah, true.
It's probably going to be like, where is our next big MMORPG? And then it's going to be
some person with a VR with a question marks.
Yeah. Right. Or it'll be just a picture of Redemption's Guild, but it's actually from Age of Heroes.
Age of Heroes.
I'm too confused.
The mobile game.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We're out of here for the day, for the week, for the whatever.
Yep.
But make sure you like this video and tell your friends
please,
to hang out and watch, please, and watch the advertisements and give us $1 on Patreon. All that stuff. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Scott. Talovich.
His name almost reminds me of. Do you remember the Louis Gossett Jr. / Jeff Bridges movie, Enemy Mine?
Yes.
Yeah. Darwich. Remember that, right?
I do remember that.
Scott Talvich. Yeah, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
And Sam. He named the baby Sam, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Sammy's Darwich. Remember?
We need to have a designated segment of Jeremy reviews movies.
Oh, I loved that movie when I was younger.
Yeah. I didn't watch it until I was older.
Yeah?
I was probably like 25 by the first time I watched Enemy Mine.
I'm sure I watched it in my 20s without a doubt because I'd seen it countless times.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
All right. Well, as always, my name's Brian. That's Jeremy, and we'll see you next week.
A lot of noises going. Oh yeah, because
the window open.
That's right.
Yeah, it was before you came in here. So this is embarrassing. So of course I have to share.
Please do.
I have no private life.
Yeah.
So there's a Tupperware container.
Yep.
In my refrigerator.
Yep.
My mom made me cabbage soup.
Okay.
I'm hoping it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't get to enjoy it because I forgot about it.
Yes.
Stayed in the refrigerator way too long.
Okay.
Okay. At one point, about a week and a half ago, I was like, I need to throw this away. Right, but it's from my mom's Tupperware. I can't just like throw it away.
Yeah.
So I have to like.
It's a terrible dilemma.
So I have to like actually take it out, and it's soup, right? So you can't just like dump it down the drain because there's big chunks of things in it.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to like drain out the water, the
I'll give you a
part.
tip. Flush it down your toilet.
It's an excellent idea. Why didn't I think of this? Why have I never thought of this idea? It's so
like leftover cereal stuff like that. Right down the toilet.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't think that way, and I never have. Should have.
Yeah.
Instead, I put it on the counter and said, I need to throw this away, and then forgot about it on the counter.
No.
For about another week and a half.
Brian.
Now but it's a sealed Tupperware container, right? So every so often I'd come home from work, and I'd smell something like bad. Because while I was at work, it would, like all those fumes and stuff inside it would pop open one of the corners, and the smell would start leaking out. And I'd go, and I'd slam it shut and then put it in the corner.
And your mother's gonna eat out of that container someday.
And I for whatever reason I refuse to take care of it.
Yeah.
Because it's just a problem that now I live with.
Yeah, it's right.
You know, instead of something being something I need to take care of.
Eventually, the moisture will be gone.
Now it's just something I live with. But so I decided to finally take care of it before he came over today.
All right.
And but because of that, the whole place smelled really bad.
Oh, I can imagine.
Right, because just opening the container completely like filled the entire apartment with this awful odor.
Yeah.
And it was like, and I was like breathing out. The second you breathe a little bit out of your nose, it's like a gag inducing. So yeah, I had to open the windows to air out everything a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom doesn't watch this. She's gonna be, you didn't eat the soup? I'm like, not after 3 weeks.
That's gross. Yeah.